Good evening, one and all. We're here at the Sophia Gardens. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and with me in commentary today is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
Thanks for such a warm introduction. I'm sure I don't need to tell you just how much I'm looking forward to the day's play.
Thanks, Alison. Let's now head out to the middle to join the captains for the toss.
Good decision to bowl first here. The openers won't find this easy in the early overs. Got to be a great chance for some cheap wickets.
Oh, it's a loud crowd as the players make their way out. Some really strong players on both sides, capable of scoring quick runs, big hits, and the bowlers, they'll be looking to take quick wickets. The pitch, that should provide a fantastic contest. Opening ball coming up. We're nicely settled in the commentary box and looking forward to this match getting underway. The first ball about to be bowled. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Couldn't get it through the field. Over the fire, a 4 for none.
First over gone, and a respectable start by the batters.
Going with pace now.
The new bowler into the attack.
Bowled! What a way to start the over.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
The new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Thick edge. Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Doesn't beat the infield.
Wells watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Wow, that's missed the lot. edged it. End of the over, 2 runs added. The Fire are 6 for 1.
Another good over by the bowlers. Bowled to their field well and mixed their deliveries nicely.
End of the third over. Welsh 5 are now on 6.
Gleeson from the River Taff end. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Outside edge, but it'll be safe and another boundary. The bowler is in disbelief on that one. Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Nice shot, cut away, running towards the boundary. That'll take some chasing. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. End of the over, 9 off it. The Fire are 15 for 1.
End of the fourth over. Welsh 5 are now 15 for 1.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Massive outside edge. Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes though, you just got to accept it and move on. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. It's a full toss and worked off the pads nicely. Could well be 4.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
End of the
8 runs added in that over. The Fire are 23 for 1. The right armour is coming into the attack from the Cathedral Road end.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Was quick onto that in the infield. Waits for it, crack, and that looks to be 4.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Cuts that off well in the infield. That's the end of the power play. Time for some fielding changes.
Not the best power play they've had. Nothing too outrageous or risky. They can look to work the gaps now, though. Let's see what happens.
Wood, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the Cathedral Road end. Big edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Can't get that outside the ring field. Thick edge. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score.
End of the 7th over. Welsh 5.
Going with spin now.
The new bowler into the attack.
Straight to the fielder. Oh, just brilliant. On it early and sweeps it away.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end.
End of the 7th over. Welsh 5 are now 3-4.
Dawson from the River Taffing. Cut away and through the gap. Lovely shot. Might be 4.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Cracks off the bat. Nice shot.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. End of the over, and it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting the batters build any momentum.
Are now on 2-4.
The bowler looks really confident. Doesn't agree with the decision and will challenge it.
Was there a bat on it? Fielders think there was. This could be trouble. Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though.
Yeah, not the best of reviews there. Great call by the umpire, though.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. End of the over. 3 off it. The Fire are 45 for 2.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Worrell, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the Cathedral Road end. Drilled that one away.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Eight runs added there. The Fire are 53 for 2. Worrell from the River Taff end. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Power and precision in that shot.
Got it away for 4, backward of point very nicely.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. End of the over, the Fire 60 for 2.
End of the 12th.
The right arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the River Taff end.
New bowler into the attack.
Doesn't beat the infield. Edged. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like we'll carry.
You just can't give them that much width. You bowl out there and you get what you deserve.
Williamson, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. 6 runs added in the over. The Fire are 66 for 2.
End of the 12th over. Welsh 5 are now on 66 for 2.
Dawson, the spinner, coming into the attack. Couldn't get it through the field. Bang, sent back over the bowler's head. Mid-off and mid-on can only watch as that ball sails into the crowd.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Chance to run 2. Thick edge. It sounded good. It sounded really good. That's the maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant and that is stayed hit. Fantastic.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Cathedral Road end. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch. Pulled away and into the gap. Could be 4 more.
That was a solid shot. Really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter and a great shot off the back foot.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Pinged off the bat.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
The shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. 2 boundaries and 2 balls. Finds the fielder with that shot. 9 runs added there. The Fire are 88 for 2.
End of the 14th over. Welsh Fire are now on at 8 for 2.
Overton from the River Taff end. Massive outside edge. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be at maximum. Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the path. Dawson, the left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the River Taff end. Huge edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. 6 of your finest, please. Cover drive for a maximum. Brilliant.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
2 straight. It's just been helped on its way for a maximum. Fine shot there.
Well, these are crucial deliveries. 12 from 2 balls and maybe there's a bit of a momentum shift.
Two boundaries in a row. Time to focus back to line and length. "14 runs added there. The Fire are 114 for 2.
Been some really good overs.
Final balls for this bowler.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Fire are 123 for 2.
End of the 17th over. Welsh Fire are now on 123 for 2.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the Cathedral Road end. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Trouble! Smashed down the pitch. Oh, but it collects the bowler's stumps. They should get through for a cheeky single, but it's unlucky. Probably would have been a boundary. And out. Superb bowling.
It's a start and out. Abel walks off frustrated at having gotten in and now has to go.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Over. The Fire are 127 for 3. Gleeson has been going really well here. Comes back on from the River Taff end.
New bowler into the attack.
Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
It's a full toss and worked off the pads nicely, but well before.
Got the hammer down now. Fabulous shot. Well on the way towards that next milestone now.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Thick edge. End of the over, 10 runs from it. The Fire are 137 for 3.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough.
Turner to finish this innings.
Bairstow watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Edge, amazing delivery.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. How will he reply?
Power and precision in that shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Misses everything. Oh, whack. Pick the bones out of that. It's gone for a maximum.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
End of the 20th over. Welsh Fire are now on 6 for 3.
And that's the end of the innings. The Spirit have been set a target of 157 runs. This is a very defendable total. The openers will need to get their eye in very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they have any chance.
Payne coming in. Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Doesn't beat the infield. Four runs added there. The Spirit are 4 for none.
End of the first over. London Spirit are now on for
The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Cathedral Road end. Huge edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Edge, but it drops safely. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. perfectly timed.
There was a gap there and pulled away with conviction to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Cuts that off well in the infield. Perfect, right out of the middle and bludgeons that one to the boundary.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit and it was really given the treatment.
Over the Spirit, 12 for none. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
The Welsh Fire.
Great shot. There's a fielder back there, but they won't be stopping that one. Williamson loves the short balls, and that hook shot was no exception. Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Thick edge. Great shot through the gap.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Oh, just brilliant. On it early and sweeps it away. A big one, 12 runs out of there. The Spirit are 24 for none.
End of the third, exquisite batting. Bowlers have come out with no energy and the batters have made them pay and could win them the match.
End of the over. London Spirit are now 24 for none.
Payne, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the River Taff end.
Williamson watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Was quick onto that in the infield. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. Oh, outside edge, but it'll be safe and another boundary. The bowler is in disbelief on that one.
Oh, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
That's the end of the power.
End of the over. 4 runs coming off it. The Spirit, 28 for none.
The bowler will continue for the next 5 balls.
Might look to go big again here.
Brilliant shot through the vacant point position. Not sure it'll get cut off.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Abel, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Can't get that outside the ring field.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Straight to the fielder. End of the over, end of the restrictions. I'm sure we'll see some big fielding changes coming. Meredith from the Cathedral Road end.
Runs and have no outs.
Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Perfectly timed. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. That's the over. The Spirit are 45 for none.
Got to get the length right, the line right. It was all wrong. Crashed away for 4.
End of the 7th over. London Spirit are now on.
How will the bowler respond? That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
And out. Oh, how did he get to that one? Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
Got to their 50 without a lot of trouble. Unfortunately for them, the 100 wasn't to be as they head back to the dressing room.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Six runs added in that over. The Spirit are 51 for 1.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Walter, the slow left armour, is coming into the attack from the River Taff end. Great shot. It was a good length to try that, and they did that with maximum results. 6 more.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Couldn't get it through the field. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. The Fire managed to keep the batters pretty quiet in that over. We're certainly seeing some very good bowling. Walter from the Cathedral Road end.
Runs and have 1 out.
No, terrible shot. Thick edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. That's a confident appeal. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. The Spirit are 65 for 1.
End of the 9th over. London Spirit are now on 65 for 1.
Green, coming back into the attack, has done well so far.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? Finds the fielder with that shot. Flicked away past square leg, might be 2 on offer. Massive outside edge. Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Meredith coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
The Welsh side.
Perfectly timed.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Doesn't beat the infield. Got that away nicely.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Over, the Spirit are 83 for 1. Meredith from the River Taff end. Finds the edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. That is quite extraordinary. Williamson, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
Meredith shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Thick edge. 8 runs out of there. The Spirit are 91 for 1.
End of the 13th.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Swept away but finds the fielder. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Gone! Good work catching that one. In the air and cover takes an easy catch.
They've looked threatening but can't go on with the job. They'll be annoyed with themselves having gotten out after a start.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. That's the over. The Spirit are 97 for 2.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Abel, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the Cathedral Road end. Oh, great work, held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch. Out! What a screamer!
The end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Pulled away, but straight to square leg.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Edged. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Big edge. Where's that going?
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Nicked it. 7 runs added in that over. The Spirit are 104 for 3.
End of the 15th over.
Green back on now.
Chris Green into the attack for Welsh 5.
Good shot. A beauty. They've gone up here. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Power and precision in that shot.
A fantastic shot. Gets forward, head over the ball and smashes that one away.
Abel, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision?
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end.
End of the 15th over. London Spirit are now winning the field.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. Green from the River Taff end. Huge edge. Oh, that's a cracking shot. That's going to be 6. It's going way back into the crowd there.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Some well-targeted bowling in that over, certainly something to build on.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Nice shot, straight to gully.
Well, dealt with that beautifully. Saw the short one and got out of the way. No more of those in this over.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Onto that early, that could be 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Dixon is starting to really get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt the momentum.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
We want to make use of that extra delivery. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
End of the 18th.
The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the Cathedral Road end. Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position, and I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
Nothing really wrong with that ball. Got onto the front foot and found the gap to get that one to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Oh, that's beautifully struck. Right out of the guts end all the way.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Two straight and punched through the leg side.
That really wasn't a great delivery. It was seen early and dispatched.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two just to slow things down again. Timed through the vacant point position, racing to the boundary.
Picked the shorter ball quickly, great footwork, gets back and works it really well into the gap for four.
Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. Payne, the left-arm medium-fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the River Taff end. No, terrible shot.
Great shorter ball. Well played, though. Didn't flinch and was able to leave the ball comfortably. That's the end of the short stuff for this over.
Great shot through the gap. Thick edge. That is quite extraordinary. Overton, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
Well, that was a big hit. Incredible power, just incredible. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but snatch was going. A great finish to a super match that had everything.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us again real